Wow.
Nice.
Oh, cool. I've got guns. That's weird.
Oh, what?
That is crazy.
In 1995, we got our first taste with the Virtual Boy, but that didn't really work. The technology wasn't there, and so we had to put away all our crazy hopes and dreams, but now we're finally ready. Yes, after what seems like forever, the PSVR is here, and speaking honestly, Sony have the power to do what Oculus and HTC can't. Just taking out the box is a beautiful experience, but once you get it on your head, you realize just how well designed it actually is. As you probably already heard, it weighs very little, and whatever weight there is balanced throughout the unit, so it means that you don't have to deal with an uncomfortable front heavy VR unit just after a few minutes of use, or come out like you've been on an intense ski session. A super awesome thing that a lot of you will appreciate is the fact that it works with glasses, no problem. Once you have the headset on, there's a little button which allows you to move the front element back and forth. There's a number of little adjustments that you can make to find the right fit. It's all just really well thought out, and to top it off, it's easy to clean. The soft rubbery material makes it super easy, which is great, but also does a good job of blocking out light. When you get around to turning it on, you're greeted with a single screen which covers both eyes, which for us pixel peepers isn't the clearest display out there. The resolution isn't as high as the Vive or the Rift, but what Sony have got right is the refresh rate. There's no point having a nice display with immersion breaking latency or stutter. Here, everything feels rock solid, and this is compounded by the fact that games have to run a minimum of 60 frames per second. Sony have done right here, and not once did it slow down or lag, because that's the stuff that'll make you feel ill. Actually, the whole experience is a really comfortable one. The inline control on the headset is great with recess buttons, so you can tell the difference between the volume and power button when you've got the headset on. There's also a headphone jack built into the inline control. This is convenient as there's one less cable to worry about, and if anyone is sitting next to you, they can still comprehend what's going on, as the PSVR's processing unit mirrors the scene in a non-distorted manner, which will surely make for some awesome multiplayer in the future. Speaking of which, the most amazing thing about the launch of the PSVR are the games. They're not your conventional titles, and that's what I love. Back in the day with the PlayStation 1 and 2, there were a whole host of cool, quirky and unusual experiences, and thankfully that's what we're seeing here. I mean, it's only time until we get more of what we're used to, but my favorites are definitely those that truly buck the trend and use VR in new and interesting ways.
Man, my legs are skinny. And my hands are tied. And I'm white.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. That is mental. Oh my god.
Wow. Oh dear. What the?
Wow.
Listen, maybe we could... I'll take you out. You know, it's a good look.
Wow.
Not near my face! Come on!
I think he's okay. You got her? Come back. Okay, that's not what I was hoping for.
Okay, so on the flip side, the weakest part of this experience has to be the Move controllers. The technology works surprisingly well, and Sony have done a great job fitting it back in, but it's just the ergonomics. The only real useful buttons are the trigger and Move buttons. The rest are little, awkwardly placed, and overall just not tailored for VR. What can I say? I'm in love. This thing is just magical. The first time I put it on, it just took me back years. I don't think I've really had a sensation like this right in the pit of my stomach. It just makes me feel what I used to when I was a kid, seeing and experiencing these things for the first time, being genuinely scared, genuinely excited because of the VR's direct connection to your senses. This is why VR is special, and the PlayStation VR can be the one to really make it big. For the general consumer, this is an easy plug-and-play answer to a fantastic VR that comes in cheaper than both the Vive and Oculus Rift. At the same time, we also need to keep our expectations in line. This is only the start, so I think it's unfair to disregard the PSVR completely. The potential is there, and that's the important thing. Look at the PS2's improvement over the PS1, and likewise with the 3 to the 4. Yeah, sure, the cables are a total mess, and the screen's resolution reminds you that we're just not quite there. But for a first-gen product, this is fantastic. Every single person I got to try it walked away stunned and completely turned onto the prospect of VR. Now, I just hope Sony are ambitious in creating great gaming content, but also stuff outside of that. So if you can, get it. Guys and girls, this is the biggest change to the fundamental interaction with games. I can't wait to see where this goes. This is the future.